We were this close from a legendary night. Let's talk some basketball. Yo, what is up, boys? It is Keystone coming at you guys with another free pick video. In today's video, we're going to talk some hoops. We're going to do a slight recap, and then I want to tell you guys tomorrow I'll be doing an NFL video, possibly two. I might even split them up between games, but I'm going to tell you I have my lock of locks, and I'm going to release it tomorrow. I've kind of waited on the NFL this week to see if some of these lines got like super inflated and there were some under opportunities. So we'll talk about it. Want to give you guys a slight recap. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit sub, guys. I'm trying to give out the best free picks. Been in a little bit of a slump on the free picks lately, but I'm bold. I give you guys slips. We're going to kind of change it up a little bit because I want to kind of appeal to a larger audience. I'm a DFS kind of guy by nature. That's what I've been up to the last couple of years. But now that I'm home full time out here at the ranch in Tennessee, I have, access to these books. So I have to kind of like reevaluate everything because I'm tired of like giving you guys 2 or 3 out of the slips. And it's like I could come on here and be like, oh my God, look, guys, we won 2 out of 3. Or, oh my God, I'm so good. But, that's straight better. But I love the thrill of a DFS slip. And I'm just talking a little shit on some of these other guys on YouTube that have no balls, don't bet their real money. These were VIP plays today, guys. Giannis, blowout. The NBA has a serious blowout problem. It just kills. It's the only reason any of my slips die, I swear. It's like half the time it just dies. 1 bucket short, barely did anything in the fourth quarter. This was a better Ballers Club play. Some of my VIPs are on it, some aren't, but they all will be if they're sending my slips every day because we'll cycle enough money through the app to get into the club for February. So LeBron got it done. He looked pretty good in the early stages of the fourth quarter. I was watching that game, and I will show you why. And then Joker, is he not just like the greatest guy to bet on in the NBA, the most consistent guy? Kind of went all in on him again, and I'll show you why. It's a good idea to just do it. Now, every once in a while, I'll get a little bold. And I gave you guys this for free. And I said, you know what? I might make it a reputation bet. So when I make reputation bets, that means I'm willing to, risk a little bit more. And I've been really reevaluating. That was a Bucks Nuggets moneyline parlay. Gave that out for free yesterday, okay, on the books. Now I'm starting to maybe really reevaluate like my risk adverse levels when it comes to when I find locks or something that I feel just super strong about. And I'm conservative by nature. It's just kind of how I am. But every once in a while, I'll kind of get crazy and like do some random stuff. So like Jokic tonight, right? Like this is an old play. This is open. But you see how I bet on him to get a triple double? This is like a free bet. Look at these multipliers. Okay, this one hit right here. So the original play I sent out was this on VIP, and it broke our freaking backs tonight, man. We needed this one. We were a point away. LeBron played while AD was resting, and then AD came back in. LeBron stayed in. LeBron went to the bench. AD stayed out. I thought, oh yeah, he's gonna hit this easy. And then they called, something, and they just sent him out with like 4 minutes left. I'm like, okay, it almost felt kind of rigged, but you can't feel that way. Sometimes it goes your way by one. Sometimes it just shows you how sharp these lines are, right? What I really want to point out to you guys is look at the fucking score. It was another damn blowout. Luckily, Porzingis got it done in the first half. This would have been an amazing play. Now, I sent this out to the VIPs, and then last second I said, God damn, I want more exposure. And like literally with like a minute left, I placed 2 other bets. One with AD, one with, where was it? This one right here with Porzingis. So it is what it is. I mean, losing by a half a point like that on the hook on multiple plays. He got me on one on DK too. On DFS, it wasn't the greatest day. On DK6, we lost quarter unit. On Chalkboard, we made a slight profit, about 0.4 units. So those two almost wash each other out. On Dabble, we drew exactly even. This was a voided play that ended up going 3x, and it sucks because I felt really, really good about Ayton. We'll talk about him in a second. This was another loser. Giannis in the blowout, didn't have to do shit in the fourth quarter, and then he had 3 at halftime. He just never got another one. Kind of strange. And then this was the play I gave you. And if you guys saw Siakam today on Twitter, he was getting roasted. Like everyone was pissed at this guy. He missed like every prop by like 2, literally. Every prop he literally missed it by 2. Thought it was a good read. He missed a dunk, missed a wide open jumper. Just wasn't aggressive at all. He kept deferring to Miles Turner, who just kept throwing up brick after brick. It was kind of fucking hard to watch. So, anyways, boys, if you are new to the channel, definitely hit subscribe, hit that like button, hit that comment button. If we can get up to 50 likes, I'm not slacking on this, guys. You guys have been right there. You've been like within 10 and on the likes, and the comments usually hit. But I'm not slacking on it. I need your help. I want to get in front of a broader audience. And I appreciate you all, man. I'm trying to give back to you. All you gotta do is hit that like button. It takes like 2 seconds. And drop a comment, and you'll have a chance to win the VIP week pass. So let's get into some picks. We're gonna hit the books a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of do it. We only have a 3-game slate, so it's a little tricky. I do have a slip prepared. I'm gonna give that out a little later in the video, but I'm gonna kind of go through every game and give you the leans of what I'm thinking. So just want to let you guys know, winnable.com/SBA. Go sign up for the free plan. I'm dropping bonus picks. Haven't been the greatest on the free picks this week, the last 3 days specifically. But we will bounce back. I always do. Guys that have been with me since the beginning, they know sometimes this just happens the way I set the slips up. And then all of a sudden, I'll give you guys a 6 or 8 banger, and we're good. We're all caught up and have a little profit. So it's Flex Friday. I'm going to do a weekend pass 70% off. Use promo code Joker. You're going to get all my NFL slips and daily NBA slips for the next 7 days. Kind of 8 almost, really. We're going to limit this to 10 at that price. Okay, 70% off, guys. Great deal. Go sign up at Winnable. And then let's talk a little bit about the slates. So we only have 3 games, like I mentioned. And, we got the Cavaliers. They're 15-5 on the road. I don't know about touching this 10-point spread. I think Philly probably puts up a fight here. But I like some unders in this game. I really do. I like Maxey. I think Tyrese Maxey. Let's see if they have these pulled up on Betr yet, this game's. Okay, so I think Tyrese Maxey is a decent bet on his under. That's a big number. He's been doing it. But you know which one I like even more is this one, Paul George. 20. We got a push line on Dabble at 20.5. They're onto something, but I'm going to show you some stats that kind of back it up. Betting against Mitchell too. I like his under 26.5, big number. But without Evan Mobley, these guys are getting a little more usage. So that's kind of what I'm thinking in that game. None of these are official slips. These are just kind of things what I'm thinking. You could set it as a long shot at the end of the game if you wanted to. In this game right here, let's go back to that game. So if you see this one, this is a pretty close spread right here. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. This is the closest spread of the day. This is a 12 points. Grizzlies are at home. They usually play a lot better there. There's a couple guys that kind of stood out to me that I think are some decent underbets. Now, this guy has been really hot. But if you look at his recent track record against the Pelicans, for whatever reason, he hasn't been doing this. In a blowout, if there was ever a game he wasn't going to hit this line, it could be this one. It's not my favorite play. The Pelicans give up a ton of points in the paint. That's where, Jaw and Desmond Bane are actually both really good. They get a lot of points right there in the restricted area, believe it or not. So I would lean the lesses on those two. Jaren Jackson, he's hard to trust. I mean, you got a big spread on this game. These are big numbers for these guys. I just don't know. It's kind of a tricky one. So I think that's probably, for the most part, a game to avoid. And then in this Portland-Charlotte one, I do like Anthony Simmons. I thought about putting him in this free play, but I decided to go 3 unders. So I like this one a lot. I think it's got a good, there's a good track record there. And he's been hot lately. For some reason, we don't have lines yet for Mark Williams. So we have these two. We know Brandon Miller's not going to be back. If I had to go like leans here, I would take LaMelo less and Miles more. That's just a gut call based on matchups, historical reference. I did a lot of stat digging. It's a tough slate, guys. I'm not going to lie to you, but I also really like DeAndre Ayton in this game. I would take this over. He's rested. He did not play last night in preparation of this back-to-back. And I don't mind him for any of his lines, really. They only have point lines up on Betr right now, but so does Price Picks. I think his rebound line or a double-double, if you can get decent odds on it, probably not the worst, but I'm going to probably have some exposure to DeAndre Ayton tomorrow. So like I mentioned, the Cavs are pretty good on the road. I think they will hit the money line, but I'm not sure about this spread. I think this is tricky. I think an under is probably a decent bet here too. And it seems like a little high, but who knows? Both teams are fresh, so no one's on a back-to-back. Probably lean that under quite a bit, actually. And then here, I think it's, like it'd be helpful if we could make sure that Mark Williams is playing tomorrow. And if he is, then I would feel even better about this Hornets money line. I think it's a decent little, negative 125 money line parlay like we set up yesterday, similar odds. This one's hard to touch because there's just not a lot of value here. I really don't know why this under over is so high either. It's kind of crazy. Seems like a big number, guys. I think today's just a day for unders, man. If you just like went like this, and you went like this, and you went like this, these teams have been playing pretty solid D. That would pay out, yeah, almost 6x on your money. Probably worth a little sprinkle quarter unit bet. I'm gonna make that an official play. I'm gonna take the unders on all these. I like these numbers actually. So let's get into a slip I have prepared for you. Now, guys, if you're not on the DFS, you're on the books. It's up to you how you want to do this. You can put them in a parlay. You can put them in straight bets. It's however you want to do it. This part of the video is specifically for my DFS followers. And we're gonna push dabble couple more days. We got 4 days left, guys. 4 days left to get your free 25 bucks, and then they're taking it away. I don't know why they just didn't push it to the Super Bowl, but whatever. I got to deal with it, and we all got to deal with it. So if you're not on there yet, use promo code SBAA. There is a link below. Like I said, this is 4 days left to get your free 25 bucks. You don't even need to deposit a credit card, boys, or debit card. But you're gonna want to, because I'm telling you, the site's awesome. So we're gonna take Paul George under. So 20.5, he's only been hitting this 30% of the time, guys. Okay. And then if you look at his one head-to-head matchup this year, he only went for 11. That's pretty much all I'm feeling about it. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail on these. He has been a little hotter lately, but I just feel like with the 10-point spread, there's more ways for this under hit than the over. So give me Paul George under 20 points. If you find it for 20.5, like some of these other sites have, this is what you call a push line. If you were on the books, I would 100% take the straight bet, but it's going to be a little more juice. It was negative 130, I believe. In fact, we can see right here somewhere, negative 125, sorry. So either way, I think it's a solid bet. And then we're going to take Mitchell under 2. Now, same thing, like couple good games right here, but couple horrible misses, okay? And if we come over here to this game and click on him, you can see he's hitting this at about a 40% clip, 11 of 27. If you shrink this down a little bit to like 20 games, it's only about 35%. Now he's gone over here, but you can see if we go to the most important games, his last 10, I guess it's about the same, 40%. So he does do a little better on the road too, so there is that. But in the one head-to-head matchup, he was short of this line against the Sixers. Played healthy minutes too, 34 minutes, 23 points, 5 of 13 shooting, not very aggressive. Or sorry, that was 3-pointers. So 9 of 21 shooting. He hit 5 threes. So like the fact that he hit 5 threes, I probably doubt that happens again. So I kind of like this under even more. So that's going to be leg number 2. And then we're going to take another stud. LaMelo Ball under 32 points. If you can find this as a straight bet at 32.5, I'm sure you can. Probably be a little juice. So let's go over to that game. I actually had all these tabs open, but they kind of reset themselves. So LaMelo, let's bump this up to 32. So, guys, he's only hitting this 26% of the time. I mean, look at this. Look how many unders. Now, the reason I think this line might be inflated is because they think the center is not going to play. But you got Bridges. Brandon Miller's not going to be back. But if you told me I was going to hit this 75% of the time at under 32.5 points, I would take it. And I don't think there's any head-to-heads. Yeah, he has not played them this year, so there's not a lot to go off there. But I think this is a pretty good play. You can set it individually, like I said, probably get slightly better lines with more juiced odds. And if you want to play it on Dabble, this is the official slip. That's my Dabble if you want to go follow me up there for an easy copy. It is already up. So that's all I got for you guys in the NBA. Like I said, it's a small, kind of a boring slate. It's probably going to be a slow day. But I'm going to make sure I take advantage of that because there's not a lot of VIP plays to set probably tomorrow other than the NFL. And then tomorrow night is when I get down into the freaking lab and start working on Saturday's NBA plays. So that's all I got for you, boys. Peace out.